Can you hear me all right?
Yes.
All right. Joined today by Jackie Young, newly minted Olympic gold medalist. Jackie, let's talk about that before we get into the second half of the WNBA season. Take us through what the last 4 weeks was like for you after you left Las Vegas, thinking you were going to get a nice little 3-week break.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy for me. I went back home and then I went on vacation for a few days. And then I got a call.
Sorry, my computer froze a little bit, so it's better now. I couldn't tell when you were done with the question.
Oh, okay.
So it isn't, when was the last time you'd played 3-on-3 prior to heading over to the Olympics? Because I know it's been at least a little while since you'd taken part.
Yeah, I think we had decided it was like February of 2020. And I think that was like a training camp or something in Pittsburgh, but it had definitely been a long time since I had played 3-on-3.
So what was the learning curve like jumping into it? Because you got there a little bit later than your 3 teammates and had to jump right into the deep end.
Yeah, I got there a day later, so I think I got 2 practices with them. But I was just trying to catch up to speed, just learning the pace of the game, learning the rules. I mean, I knew the rules, but just like refreshing my memory, and then trying to catch up to speed with their plays and their defensive schemes. And so it all happened really fast, but luckily I can catch on to plays and things really fast. So I was able to do that, and I had some great teammates that helped me out along the way.
One of those teammates was Kelsey Plum, who also took home gold. How nice was it having a teammate on the team? And I assume that you guys were able to communicate at least a little bit.
It's froze in here. Can you hear me?
All right, I'm good. So could you hear me?
I think I heard enough. But no, it was nice having Kelsey. Just someone that I have played with for 2 years, someone that I'm comfortable with. I knew that she was going to help me a lot, just catching up to speed, like I said. But it was just great being able to play with her. I know her game, she knows my game, and so it really just worked out whenever we were on the court together.
So what was the experience like? I know you don't have another Olympic experience to compare it to, but with minimal fans other than First Lady Jill Biden and a couple of other folks in attendance, what was the atmosphere actually like?
Yeah, I mean, even though we weren't able to have very many fans or any fans at all, I guess, except for a few of the USA people, it was still a good environment. I mean, they had music playing, and there were definitely people cheering for us. There was somebody, I think his name was Dan or something. He was always really loud at the games, or Dave, maybe. I don't know his name, but he was always really loud at the games, cheering us on. And so you really didn't even notice it that there wasn't a crowd because of the music. And I think just having that experience playing in the bubble, also with no fans.
Now, you guys didn't actually stay in the Olympic Village. There's a number of USA teams that stay in a hotel or at various Olympics and other locations. So you didn't get to experience whatever there was to experience at the Village, but what was it like staying at the hotel? Were you able to go to other events? Were you able to interact with some of the other teams?
Yeah, it was nice being in the hotel. We were there with men's and women's 5-on-5, and then the women's soccer team. So we were able to interact with them. We watched a couple 3-on-3 games together, and so it was nice just being able to see them around the hotel, whether we were going to get food or just passing through. But it was definitely nice just being around other athletes.
So when you're handed that gold medal, what does that actually, can you describe what that feels like?
It's actually, I don't even know if I can describe it really. It's just like something that you've worked for your whole life, just something that you've thought about your whole life since you were a kid. And so to finally have that gold medal around your neck is just like, wow, like I really did this. Like I'm a Olympic gold medalist. And so it's just an amazing feeling. But I was just super honored to be on the 3-on-3 team.
Who was the first person you called?
My mom.
And I assume they
They
were
were,
excited.
yeah. So they had a watch party actually. So then there were a lot of them still together whenever I did call. So it was a big group of them. But yeah, it was just nice to talk to them and show them the medal. So
And then you got home and big parades, and Princeton's going to rename the city after you and build a museum in your honor, and what all kinds of stuff is going on in Princeton.
no, I don't know about that. But yeah, there was a parade there on Saturday. So that was pretty cool just seeing a lot of my friends and family, just a lot of people that support me back home. They've supported me along the way. So I just have to thank them for that. The parade was definitely a good turnout. And so it's just amazing to see all the people that support me back home in Princeton.
All right, last question. Let's turn it to the start of the second half of the WNBA season. Obviously, different teams have different numbers of players in practice at the moment. We're still waiting on Asia and Chelsea to return from winning gold in the 5-on-5 version of basketball. So what has practice been like the past couple of days, and how do you feel you and the team look given how choppy it's going to be here to the run up to the start of the second half?
Yeah, it's been good. We've had a good 3 days back. And so everybody's been really focused and we've had some intense practices. I think everyone's excited and happy to be back and just looking forward to the second half of the season. I mean, obviously, we're probably going to be a little bit rusty the first game, but that just comes with having a 3-week break. So just knocking off that rust and getting back to who we know we are as a team.
Thank you very much, Jackie. We will be right back with Kelsey Plum.